Hello there, welcome once again, Talkin Fight fans, to another exciting episode of The Scoop featuring Champ Boulderay, who this week has been discussing great amateur fighters who never turned pro. And tonight we feature great philanthropist Mike Strange, who has the box run under his belt as well, and who was on our show with, was it Neil the Dealer? Yeah, I think it was Neil the Dealer a while back. All right, Champ, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm going to talk about a guy who not only did he win the Nationals over a dozen times, was two-time gold medalist in the Commonwealth Games, in 2 consecutive Commonwealth Games, but also the only Canadian to be a 3-time Olympian. My name is Bulla Raymond Olubuwale. This is The Scoop. Michael Strange was born August 6th, 1970. Some 10 years later, he began his boxing campaign, where it just so happened his neighbor was one Rob Fortuna, a former Canadian junior champion, and also the 1984 Olympic trials competitor. Later on that year, Mike had his first amateur fight versus one Chris Thompson at the Ontario Junior Championships. It wasn't Michael's day, per se, in that he lost the fight by a score of 4-1, but he won a trophy. And when you're 11 years old, that's awesome. So, yeah, all is well. All is well. He continued on with this love affair of boxing because he was amassing all these trophies. But what really cemented his passion for the sport was watching 2 of his childhood idols not only compete in the '84 Olympic Games, but bring home 2 silver medals for Canada in Sean O'Sullivan and Willie DeWitt. He knew at that point in time that he too wanted to represent Canada on the world stage. He went on to compete and won his first national title, first national championship in 1988. And it was all worth it. Shortly after his first fight, he gave up the pursuit of hockey and soccer and just tunnel visioned with boxing. And finally, he made it where he wanted to get to. He wanted to go off and represent Canada, and that he did. He did it for the next 12 years. With that being said, what a resume this guy has. Like, what a resume this guy has. Like I said, first, 12-time or over 12-time national champion, but more importantly, 3-time Canadian Olympian in boxing. Only Canadian to do that. In the 92 Barcelona Games, and 96 Atlanta Games, and 2000 Sydney Games. Also 2-time Commonwealth gold medalist. In the 94 Victoria Games and the 98 Kuala Lumpur Games, of which he got the most unimaginable honor, in which he was Canada's flag bearer at the closing games. Now, post 92 Olympic Games, the offer started to come in for Mike to turn pro. of which Mike wanted no part of. Remaining an amateur was him competing within a sport that he loved. Turning pro would be going into a business, and very much likely an ugly business for that matter. Having seen and having been enveloped in the sport for as long as he has seen how the pro game destroyed so many athletes. And yeah, he wanted nothing to do with it. For some reason, he was also of the mindset that he didn't have a pro style, hence he didn't think he'd be very successful. But what does he know? Huh? He would have been amazing. He genuinely would. So, and yeah. Life after boxing has been just as rewarding for Mike, if not more. Mike started Box Run Charity Foundation. Now, this is when it gets ridiculous, and it's an absolute honor to call him a friend. Like, honestly, like this is the stuff that you brag about. May 8th, 2014. Yeah, Mike decided to run a marathon. That's 42.2 kilometers. And then he decided to repeat that feat for the next 94 days. Running a marathon for 94 days. Running from St. John's, Newfoundland to his hometown of Niagara Falls, Ontario. All to raise money for childhood cancer research and family support services. Let that sink in for a bit. In 2018, Mike ran over 800 kilometers in 30 days on the El Camino, along the Camino del Santiago in Spain. Like, again, raise money to rid the world of childhood cancer. He's a genuine inspiration. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is how Mike gives back to the world and makes the world a better place while wearing out a couple of shoes. Like, what have you done lately? Mike today is not just a city councilor for Niagara Falls, but he's also a real estate agent. But his true passion is doing his part to knock out childhood cancer. So, Mr. Michael Strange, from me, the Scoop, Talkin Fight Nation, we thank you. If you'd like to donate money to Mike's foundation, please go to www.boxrun.org. If you have any comments or would like to say thanks to Mike for being an amazing ambassador to boxing and a humanitarian alike, please leave your comments below. If you like this show, smash the like button and subscribe. It's your boy Balla, and that's the Scoop.
Thanks very much. That was fantastic. He, great boxer, great man, and a great entrepreneur, because prior to his real estate career, as you might know, he ran the Highland Pub, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did.
So,
Yeah, he did.
man, yeah, there we go. So that was day 4 out of day 5, the week of amateurs who did not turn pro but had very successful careers afterwards. And you're going to end off the week tomorrow with somewhat of a heart-rending story, aren't you? I know. So we'll.
Well, it's there's a little change, but yeah, it is.
Yeah, little twist.
Little twist.
All right. For all you guys out there listening, thanks very much, and watching, thanks very much. And for liking, sharing, subscribing, thanks very much thrice. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers.